Okay guys, welcome to my video. This is a Gen 2 ZX10R and we are going to take the engine out and we're going to repair the gearbox. I don't know what's wrong with it yet, except for fourth gear has thrown a wobbler. So I'll add some videos to this link and we'll take it from there. So first things first is get the fairings off. I shan't bore you with taking the fairings off because it's a pain in the ass job, so I'll just get on with it and do another video afterwards. So note, when you're taking the fairings off on one of these, there's lots of little bolts all the way around the fairing. You've got to take them all out, and there's also on the inside, and you can see that, there's a little plastic clip. You can probably see it better from the inside. Down in there. There. Alright. Little plastic clips come out, but they are a knob. Alright. Now there's also two Allen keys on the inside of the fairing. One's behind the light and one's a bit further down. They're a knob to get to. Okay, so bottom fairings are off. All this sort of stuff, that can stay on there. I mean, you don't really need it off. Obviously take the indicators off or unplug them. So yeah, there we go. Next thing is the tank to release so we can get to the top of the engine. We can release the back wheel, slacken the chain, probably leave the can on, disconnect it from down there, take it off in the header, disconnect the clutch, and then we take the side engine mounts off, which are these. They can be really tight, and then there's some pinch bolts here for the engine. They need to be released. Both sides are exactly the same ish. Also, we drain the liquid out in a minute from the cooling system, but the same thing with this one here, pinch bolts and the actual engine mount at the top to take off. Okay, so we've got fairings off, which were a pain, as I said. Tanks up and supported. Airbox covers off. Obviously we've got to take the grommets out for the ram air. They're behind there. They are a pain in the ass to get out and back in again, but you know, that should just slide up. Okay then, that's a bit shitty. Good clean out, but yeah, so they come out and there's some Allen keys to remove around the bell mouths into the airbox. Then the airbox will come out. Air pressure sensor there, that needs to be disconnected. So here we go. Okay, so we're back after a week to carry on with the ZX10 Gen 2. Just gonna disconnect the throttle cable, which is just easy peasy. Just remember which side they go on, because obviously you got open and close. Alright, I can stay where that is. And then obviously they attach on this one, they attach on the end of the throttle bodies. On the Gen 1 they're in the middle, and the Gen 1 are an absolute knob to get to. So we've got coolant out, radiators next to come out. Everything's marked up on the wiring. I know where it all goes. Some bits and pieces here just to get out of the way, and then we'll take it from there. Just a quick one as well, guys and girls. Everything that holds that radiator on is going to be covered in shit. So before you take anything off, give it a couple of days soaking in WD-40 or something similar, and then it should be a lot easier. I've also been soaking the manifold bolts for 2 or 3 days in WD-40 because it's the first time it's ever been off. So like I say, everything's pretty caked up in crap. So we'll get this radiator out and then we'll take it from there. Okay, radiator's out. It's got a guard on it, but it's still pretty crappy. So that'll be a good clean before it goes back on. The back of it as well, it's a little bit corroded, but it's not too bad. Like I say, we give it a good clean and then it'll be good to go. Okay, so we've managed to get outer and that outer off. They're an absolute pig. Unfortunately, these two here on the inside of the two middle pipes are absolutely corroded to hell. So we're going to have to do the old small socket job on there and tap it on and see if we can just ease them out slowly. Okay, so I've got the two middle bolts out. That's what they sort of should look like. 30mm socket, even though that's pretty bad as well. And that's what they've ended up as. I had to whack a 9mm socket on that one. And that one, the 9mm just about did it. It was just going to sort of come off, but that is not a lot left of that, mates. So new set of studs and nuts I think is in order. Okay, so engine mounts off. Obviously that went through the bit of sponge there. Top engine mounts. Here is pinch bolt on this side, and there's one on the other side as well. Release those, but before we do that, we're going to support the engine with something underneath, and then we can proceed to drop the lump and get it out. Well, I've got to take that off as well. Clutch cable. Apart from that, pretty much ready to go. Got the oil drain out as well. No idea when that was changed last. That is freaking like tar. That's awful. Okay, so we're ready to drop the engine. Pinch bolt still done up on that side, and all looking good. Engine bolts out. Engine bolts out for the top of the engine, which was slightly bent, so yeah, I've loosened the chain off, not taking it off totally because that will drop out the bottom. Basically everything that's disconnected can be pushed out the way because the engine dropped through the bottom. So yeah, we're all looking good to go. There's nothing else to come off it. So I've got a little jack underneath it, so that's supporting it at the moment, and then we'll drop it, then wiggle it out and lift it over to the bench. Okay, so everything's ready to go. Rear engine mount is in there. There's a hole in the side of the frame, you can get an extension in. So undo that bolt there, and then on the other side, as you can see, there's an Allen key there, which is all ready to go, which is connected in there, which goes through. So release that side first, and then that one will come out. Okay, so the engine's out. All the bits and bobs are hanging down there. It's a bit lumpy, but you can do it on your own if you're a bit sort of burly. So about 120 kilos, something like that, 110. So you can lift it out on your own if you're feeling strong. Wants a bloody good clean in there. It's all pretty crappy. Engine's on the old workbench, so we can start taking it down and have a look at the gearbox. Okay, so we've got the engine out on the bench. I mean, it's pretty grim. I mean, everything's peeling off it and it's pretty bad. So we'll probably have to repaint and respray or whatever, a bit of enamel, get all that off. So it's just to undo all the bolts around it. They're only a 8mm socket. Should come out pretty easy. I mean, take the sump off and see what we got. Let's see if any bits inside. Okay, so sump's off, oil strainer's out. There's a fair bit of crap in there. Oh dear. And the same in there as well. So yeah, we've got to split the cases, obviously, to get the bloody engine apart, bottom half wise. Just at first glance, there's nothing really mega there. Oh, yeah, nothing mega there. But we'll have a look at the other shaft and the other set of gears and the one thing and another, the selector shaft and that sort of stuff. But yeah, let's strip it down.